I'm Stephen. I'm a partner in the commercial department at Harper James. I began my career working in-house at Chelsea Building Society, which is where I did my training contract. So I started off in financial services. I stayed at the Chelsea for a few years after qualifying and then moved into another in-house role at British Telecom. And I worked there for a good few years, and it was at British Telecom, which had a vast in-house legal department. There were about 250 lawyers when I was there, so it's really the size of a decent sized law firm. It was at British Telecom that my love of technology and law and the intersection between the two, that was where that was born. I was involved in ridiculously big infrastructure contracts and all kinds of technology. And while I was at BT, my wife is a lawyer as well, and she was working in-house, and we had a crazy idea one day that we wanted to start our own law firm. And within the space of a single weekend, we decided that's what we were going to do, and we both went into our jobs and quit and set up our own firm. And we did that for just over 12 years, and then we merged into another firm. And that's where I was when Harper James first came onto my radar. The first contact I had from Harper James was a message from Leah via LinkedIn asking if I'd be interested in exploring a new role. And it was a novel way actually to be contacted, and that for a start piqued my interest. And I immediately went online and had a look for Harper James and saw at that stage that it certainly put itself out as being a different kind of law firm. And that was enough for me to have an initial chat with Leah. And then she told me quite a lot about the firm and how it was very different from other law firms that I might have experienced in the past. And again, there was enough there that I was keen to find out more, and obviously there was something that I must have said to Leah that made them feel that they wanted to talk to me some more. So Leah set up an interview with Toby Harper, who's the CEO of Harper James, and we had quite a long chat, and Toby was telling me all about Harper James and really how it was different from other law firms. And a lot of that was around the quality of the clients, the quality of the work, how there were no compromises there, but equally there wasn't a long hours culture, there was no office politics, lawyers could focus on lawyering and not doing lots of admin, and there was a good work-life balance. And to be absolutely honest with you, based on my prior experience, that just did not ring true as being even remotely plausible for a law firm. And so, it reached a point in that conversation where, if it were all true, then from my point of view, it would be the ideal job. But it was almost a case of me not buying what Toby was selling. And Toby very kindly arranged for me to speak to another lawyer at Harper James to get a sort of a slightly more independent view. So I spoke to Rob Cobley, who's one of the other partners at Harper James. We had quite a long chat, and he was saying exactly the same things as Toby, which left me in something of a sort of conundrum. And I remember, I got an offer to join Harper James very quickly, and I decided to take the plunge, was very quickly at Harper James, and I can say that everything that was told to me about the job by Toby and by Rob and by Leah, it was all true. It's a great place to work. There really are no office politics. It's actually an extraordinarily flat structure. The quality of the work that I do is excellent. There's a huge variety. It ticks all of my boxes in terms of giving me stuff that I can really think about and really get engaged with. And I think probably most important to me out of all of this is that joining Harper James has improved my personal brand. It's not been damaging to my personal brand. And I think for most lawyers, that's something that's really important. We take a lot of time sort of almost curating our careers and our CVs and being mindful about what goes on it and what kind of work we do and what we specialise in. And for most lawyers, I think it's really important that everything you do adds to your personal brand and doesn't diminish it. And so, from my point of view, I have really great clients. It's really interesting and exciting work. There's lots of technology work that I do, which I'm passionate about. But equally, I do a lot of work with smaller businesses that are starting out. And I really feel that I can bring something to them, as well as also working on much bigger deals with much bigger clients. That gives me satisfaction in a different way. So for me, it's been a case of not looking back.